Allie.
I'm sitting in a different area of the house tonight.
Nice variety.
Yes.
You guys are better back.
How are you?
I'm well.
Oh, good.
Yes. Did you already start the recording?
Yes.
Okay.
It started automatically.
Automatic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can end it at the end.
I have a surprise. Maybe at the end when the recording stops.
Okay.
And we can do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Dad sent me a text message informing me
Good.
there would be a thing.
Okay. A thing.
A thing.
We have a thing.
A thing. Hello.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah.
Let me get my sunglasses in. I'll bring my mask too so I can get my meal. Hola.
Say hola.
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 Hola. How are you?
Opa. No.
Paul, you should be in this class with us.
No.
I don't know. You
comprende.
might be challenging.
No comprende.
We might be challenged. You might be the class clown. I'm just guessing, huh?
Yeah.
For sure.
Where are you going, Paul?
I'm gonna go get the mail
He's going for a walk.
for a walk.
Yeah.
Nice.
But in the
Enjoy.
words of the great Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Hello.
Lisa.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Bueno.
I need to get my glasses.
Is this week making you feel less stressed and tired than last week, Melissa? No.
Only because I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a very good thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's still been a long week though. It felt really long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, Allie, is it hugely hot out there, too?
Yes. Yes.
90s is what we got going around here.
Yeah. I have the fan on along with the AC. So
I was like, that's the fan.
That's what I was saying, Melissa.
But it's not that hot.
Well, you get that mountain air. I don't know that we said, Melissa, Allie lives in Denver.
Oh, okay. I was wondering when you said mountain air. I'm like, where?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, her commute is the farthest of all of us, I guess.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Right. How are you surviving the heat, Melissa?
I'm surviving. I don't know. I try to stay indoors because it's hot outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I have to go outside, I'm like only outside for a couple of seconds, and then I'm back inside. It's humid. It's not even the heat that bothers me. It's the humidity, and I can't take that. So I'm like, no, I don't want it.
That's fair.
The sensation of sweat dripping from your bra all the way down to your underwear is just seriously
That detail.
not pleasant, okay? It's just not pleasant.
you might have to delete this part of the recording, Hannah.
Oh,
It's okay.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
It is what it is.
The one guy, and that's Bob. That's Hannah's dad. He knows.
Exactly. You're not gonna let like other people look at it besides our class, right? Here.
Right.
I'm good. I'm good.
Locked
with it.
down.
With it. Bob had a wake that he had to go to, so he's showering and then coming up in just a second. So.
Cool. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How are you all?
Muy bien.
Qué bueno.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get started. I am going to start off again by doing some review of the last few weeks. Again, this week the grammar is not very. Hi. So the grammar this week is very not going to take us long at all. So we'll have more time at the beginning to do some talking, and then maybe at the end again, we'll see how things go. So grammatically, not too much to cover. So I do want us to do some of this. Nope. There. Okay. So this week we're gonna start doing some adjectives. But before we do, let's do some review. So first thing I do want to do again is the same conversations that we had in week 2. We practiced last week as well. I'm hoping that the more we do these, the more they're starting to feel a little bit more just automatic. I hope that like you're starting to get like the ability to just talk a little bit more and maybe refer to your notes a little bit less as you feel more comfortable with some of these things. So I'll go through it all, and then I'm going to put you guys in some groups. So first thing that we talked about in week 2, well, week 1 really, was how someone is doing. So to say how you're doing, we remember that that's como estás or qué tal. And then you would respond bien or más o menos or regular, any of those answers. And then if you want to ask what someone wants to do, that was ¿qué quieres hacer? ¿Qué quieres hacer? And when you respond, you would say quiero, and then fill in the blank with whatever you want to do. So if you want to eat, quiero comer, right? And then if you want to ask about doing a specific activity, instead of saying in general, what do you want to do? If you want to say, do you want to eat? Then you take off that K. Instead of ¿qué quieres hacer? It's just ¿quieres comer? Or ¿quieres hablar? Or ¿quieres correr? Anything like that, okay? Then when we're talking about what you like to do, instead of quieres, we're saying te gusta. So what do you like to do? ¿Qué te gusta hacer? And then if you want to respond, instead of te, you change that to me. So me gusta, if I want to respond to that, I like to dance. Me gusta bailar. I like to sing. Me gusta cantar. If you say, I don't like to do something, no me gusta bailar, no me gusta cantar. If you want to ask about a specific activity, do you like to read? Remember, you take off the K from the beginning because that's asking what. You're asking about something specific, so you take off that K. Now we're just, ¿te gusta leer? ¿Te gusta comer? ¿Te gusta hablar? Next one, what you can do. So now instead of te gusta, it's puedes. ¿Qué puedes hacer? What can you do? And then to respond is puedo. Puedo hablar, puedo correr, puedo comer, puedo nadar, anything from there. And then to say, if you want to ask if you can do a specific activity, puedes cantar, can you sing? Puedes bailar, can you dance? You take off that K. Then what you're going to do, what are you going to do is ¿qué vas a hacer? So the answer to that would be voy. Voy a comer. I'm going to eat. Voy a correr. I'm going to run. Voy a hablar. I'm going to talk. And then if you want to ask, are you going to do a specific thing? You take off that K and vas a estudiar. Are you going to study? Vas a trabajar. Are you going to work? Okay. And then asking what you need to do, that was necesitas. So what do you need to do is ¿qué necesitas hacer? If you want to say I need to study, necesito estudiar. I need to work, necesito trabajar. I need to eat, necesito comer. I don't need to eat, no necesito comer. Yeah? And then if you want to ask doing a specific thing, take off the K. Necesitas estudiar. Do you need to study? Then, yeah, I went over this. Ask if you want to, like to, can, or are going to, or need to do specific activities. Use the phrase y tú, yo también, yo tampoco. Remember, y tú is and you, so you could just turn the question around and put it back to whoever asked you something. Yo también is me too. Yo tampoco is me neither. So feel free to use any of those. We did this last week. We practiced it the week before, so I'm hoping that this will feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to put you guys in some groups with this one. All right. So all right, here we go. You can all join a room. I'll give you about 4 minutes. How was it?
This is our sign language. Yay!
Mhm.
Good job, teams. All right. We're going to try that again with the past tense stuff, which was more difficult last week as we were working on it. So I wanted to get us into it by doing the one that you're a little bit more comfortable with. And now we're going to review the past tense stuff that we've done. So again, in your groups, your challenge is going to be to speak for 3 minutes about what you and your partner did today or yesterday. You're going to need to use the past tense, so here's some questions and phrases you can use. The 2 main questions, what did you do today, what did you do yesterday? ¿Qué hiciste ayer? And ¿qué hiciste hoy? What did you do today? What did you do yesterday? I'll say it again. ¿Qué hiciste ayer? ¿Qué hiciste hoy? Okay? Then to answer these 2 questions, you're using the past tense yo form. So I did this, I did that. And the nice thing about that is that it always is going to end in either E with an accent mark or I with an accent mark, which is pronounced either or E. So some examples. If someone asked me, ¿Qué hiciste ayer? I would say, comí, I ate. Leí, I read. Vi la tele, I watched TV, or miré la tele, I watched TV. Hablé, I talked. Corrí, I ran. Okay, so everything I'm saying is all of those verbs, any verb. We learned verbs in week 2 and week 3. You can use any of those as long as your response when you're talking about yourself ends in e or e, then that would be correct. Okay, and then you can also ask, if you want to ask your partner if they did something specific, like did you eat today or did you talk today, then you take off the K, because now you're not asking what did you do, you're asking about a specific activity. And whatever activity it is always going to end in aste or iste, because you're asking about the other person. If it's an AR verb that ends in AR, it'll end in aste. If it's ER or IR, it'll end in iste. So again, if I want to say, did you eat? Comer is to eat, and it ends in ER. So I'd say, comiste ayer? Did you eat yesterday? Leíste ayer? Did you read yesterday? Corriste ayer? Did you run yesterday? Some AR ones would be hablaste hoy? Did you talk today? Or nadaste hoy? Did you swim today? Cocinaste hoy? Did you cook today? Okay? So looking at this real quick, this is a slide from the other week. So you can see I've got all of these different questions. Did you do specific things? And I have the questions in Spanish here all end in iste or aste. So did you do this? And then the answers is all in the I or E form. Corrí, bailé, comí, escribí, leí, canté, bailé, estudié, trabajé. Okay? And then the questions all ending in, am I echoing? Are we okay? Okay, cool. I don't know. I hear myself. Cool. All right. So is this okay? Any questions about this?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, AR is aste.
Yes.
Or okay.
Correct. for when you're asking the question, AR is aste. When you're answering the question, AR is e. Bailé, canté, hablé. When you're asking the question, ER and IR is iste, and the answer is corrí, comí, escribí. Okay. So I'm going to get in groups again.
Are we?
Wait a minute, I'm trying to figure it out because my parents aren't on this list anymore. Oh, there we are. Okay. All right, bye.
think I clicked out. I meant to like exit, and then I think I clicked join back to the main.
You just walked out on my parents.
I did. I'm sorry. I just taking it out of the way, and then I was back.
How did that go?
It was good.
Yeah.
Your mom knows way more than I do.
No, Bethany
No.
came out with Limpiaste.
Good
I
day.
was like, whoa, great, way to go.
They both are amazing.
I have been practicing a lot with Mom. We're cheating quite a bit.
And I am still here, figuring out how to.
How was that?
Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was harder because
Was the hardness just due to it being another language, or was there something specific that I can review?
No, it was just I needed to study because of the change to the past tense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the
I agree
difference,
on that.
it would just be the study.
It's
It's like something you just have to get in your head, because if you're asking the other person, you think you've got the I stay, E stay part, and it's like, no, it's I, E for me, and it's I stay, E stay for them, and it's like, okay.
it's weird because in English we just say the pronoun, like I did this, and then it doesn't matter all the time, you know? But
Yeah.
and honestly, like this whole thing of verb endings is such a hard thing every year for students. So like if you're struggling with this, please, like it's probably the hardest part of learning a different language, just because in English we do have some endings that are different, but not in the same way as in Spanish. So you guys are doing good. I'm going to put you in different groups and ask you to do the same thing as what you just did. So continue, like just repetition. We'll do it again next week. The more you're using it, the more it's going to start feeling a little bit more comfortable, hopefully. So let me mix you guys up one more time. I think I mixed this up, but I might not have. If you're back with the same people, just be nice to them, okay? Bye. Good job.
I'm convinced your parents are getting extra lessons because they just, I didn't know how to
It's to you too,
answer questions that I didn't know. And I was like, I don't know. I asked it, but I wasn't.
I didn't know, and I'm asking you.
You might have to put them in an enrichment class.
You asked me if I read? No, I asked you what you did.
All right, cool. So good job. I want to talk a little bit about food because we did do that last week. So actually, let me pull up that same vocabulary list. So this is not large on your screen, but this is all of it. So let's just talk right here with everybody together about food a little bit. Questions that I could ask would be something like this one down here. ¿Qué quieres comer? What do you want to eat? So, ¿qué quieres? What do you want? Comer, to eat. What do you want to eat? And then to answer that, you would say, quiero comer. So instead of quieres, what do you want? Yo quiero, I want to eat. Quiero comer, this is where I messed up, juice. Quiero comer pan, or quiero comer queso. Yeah? If I could also ask, what did you eat today? So that's when I would be using that past tense. Comiste. What did you eat? So, ¿qué comiste en el desayuno? Whoa. ¿Qué comiste en el desayuno? Would be what did you eat in breakfast? ¿Qué comiste en el almuerzo? What did you eat in lunch? ¿Qué comiste en la cena? What did you eat in dinner? And when you respond, you'd say, comí verduras, comí arroz, comí pescado. All right, so I ate is comí, and that is how you would be answering all of those questions, okay? So I am going to start right here. I'll ask one of those three questions to each person. What did you eat for breakfast? What did you eat for lunch? Or what did you eat for dinner? And you can either tell me something you did eat, or you could tell me something you did not eat. If maybe you had pizza and that's not on this list, you could say, well, I didn't eat bread. No comí pan. Okay? So, Dad, ¿qué comiste en el almuerzo?
No comí bistec, no comí polo, comí ensalada.
Ah, bueno, comiste ensalada. Es muy delicioso.
Ensalada.
Sí. Melissa, ¿qué comiste en el desayuno?
So how would it be no comí if I did not eat?
Right. If you didn't eat breakfast, no comí desayuno.
No comí.
Ah, pues ¿qué comiste en el almuerzo?
No. Comí papá.
Ah, you ate your father?
No. A potato, but it was a baked potato. But see, Papa, how do you say that word?
Exactly.
I should. So yeah, it's
Where's
the way you pronounced it was father, but
Papa.
it's also the word potato. So papa, father.
Is that potato?
Papa, it'd be potato. So papa.
Pa.
Yeah.
Almost like there's an H. P-A-H. Papa.
Yeah.
I gotta some way.
If that helps you.
But how would you say
If
baked
you're saying
potato?
potato, so it'd be papa al horno, baked al horno.
Okay.
Yeah.
That.
Okay, muy bien, excelente. Kelly, ¿qué
Sí.
comiste en el almuerzo?
Comí papas fritas y pescado, torta.
Ah, delicioso.
Oh.
¿Comiste ensalada?
No,
No comió ensalada.
no ensalada hoy.
Okay, good. Kelly used the word torta, which is a kind of sandwich in Mexico. So when she said pescado torta, she's talking about a fish sandwich. Okay. Miss Evelyn, ¿qué comiste en el almuerzo?
Almuerzo. Como huevas y carne con queso.
Oh.
Y el pan. Y cereal.
Oh, qué delicioso. Muy bien. All right. Bethany, ¿qué comiste en la cena?
Comí el tocino.
Oh. Tocino, me gusta tocino.
Tocino.
Me too.
Muy bien. Aunt Allie, ¿qué comiste en el desayuno?
Comí protein drink.
Oh, qué bueno. Proteína.
Proteína. Proteína.
Muy bien, muy bien.
El chocolate.
Oh, excelente. Cool, good. So, any questions about any of this? You guys all answered very well. So give yourself a pat on the back. All right, so now I'm going to jump back into the new content for this week, which, like I said before, is not a lot of new grammar. I want to this week just go over how adjectives work in Spanish and then give you a list of adjectives, because adjectives are a really good way to kind of spice up your language, because you can add more description to what you're talking about. In English, we know that adjectives are words that describe nouns. So tall. Tall isn't just, you can't just say tall unless you're describing something else, right? A tall tree, a tall person. Beautiful, pink, funny. So all four of those words are describing something else. So adjectives describe. Same thing in English is what they do in Spanish. They describe. However, adjectives in Spanish, I'm going to read this so that we can all understand exactly what is going on in Spanish with these adjectives. In Spanish, adjectives can be masculine or feminine and singular or plural. The masculine singular form of an adjective typically ends in O. The feminine singular form of an adjective typically ends in A. Plural adjectives typically end in OS or AS. The gender of the adjective should match the gender of the noun or person that it is describing. If an adjective is describing multiple things, then the plural form of the adjective should be used. Now, this doesn't exist in English. If I were to say, you are beautiful, and they are beautiful, and y'all are beautiful, I still say beautiful. It's not like I don't have to say beautifuls if I'm talking to multiple people. I don't say you guys are beautifuls, but in Spanish you do, okay? So if you're describing a whole bunch of people or a whole bunch of things or a whole bunch of foods, whatever it is that you're describing, if it is plural, then you also have to make the adjective plural. So that'd be like saying, they are talls instead of just saying they are tall, okay? So you have to show that you're talking about multiple people based on the adjective that you use. Now, there's also masculinity and femininity to adjectives. And last week we talked about nouns and how they can be masculine or feminine, and we discussed how that's not related to biological masculine or feminine gender, that it's a grammatical gender. So again, if I'm talking about the food, so we learned food last week, and we know that the word pescado ends in an O, so it's masculine. And if I want to say that the fish is delicious, that's delicioso. So since it's a delicious fish, I'd say pescado delicioso, masculine. But if I'm talking about a delicious apple, apple was manzana. So then a delicious apple would be manzana deliciosa, ending in an A, because manzana is feminine, okay? And if I have a whole bunch of delicious apples, it'd be manzanas deliciosas, plural, okay? So the same adjective can be used over and over again in different forms, masculine, feminine, singular, and plural. Now, when you're talking about people, if I want to say, wow, you are tall, or you are beautiful, or you are smart, I'm going to use the form of the adjective that does match the person's gender. So that's the only time, if you're talking about actual people, then it is matched with not grammatical gender, but the person's gender, okay? So for example, and this is where these O's and A's come in. If I want to use the word tall, tall is alto. So if I'm describing my dad, I would say alto. If I'm describing my mom, I'd say alta. Okay? They both mean tall. Yeah, so any questions about this so far? Again, this is a small, like, on the scale of like importance of like mastering this, you can communicate and butcher gender and people are going to understand you fine and no one's going to be offended by that. Because frequently, like I said last week, even there's people who have spoke Spanish for years who don't always get the correct gender on nouns. So if you use if it's a feminine noun and you use a masculine adjective, like it's really okay. Don't get too like caught up in that. I would much more prefer that you spend time with the verbs that we were practicing in the conversations earlier. That's much more important for like being understood. This stuff, the adjectives and nouns, isn't going to prevent someone from understanding you. They might hear you and know, oh, they're learning, but they're not going to be like, I don't know what they're saying. Whereas if you butcher the noun, the verb stuff, it could like change the meaning of the conversation. Instead of you asking someone, you're telling them what you're doing, and then everything gets confused, right? So this stuff, again, don't spend too much time like worrying, oh my gosh, is this masculine or feminine? Is this singular or plural? Like, just say the word and go ahead. But with the verb stuff, that's where it gets trickier, because if you mess it up, it could change the meaning of what you're saying. This isn't going to change the meaning of what you're saying. It's just going to sound a little bit less sophisticated, which just comes with time. So here is some examples. The first 3 examples you will notice all end in E or a consonant. So I just want to talk about these first 3 real quick. Inteligente, leal, and fuerte. All of these are on your next vocabulary list, so you will learn them. Inteligente means intelligent. Leal means loyal, and fuerte means strong. So all three of these are words that you could use to describe people. And we have masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, and feminine plural forms of all of these verbs. So inteligente, you're going to notice it ends in an E. So there is no difference between the masculine singular and the feminine singular. They're both inteligente. So if I want to say he is intelligent, I'd say inteligente. And if I want to say she is intelligent, it would also be inteligente. There's no difference here between the masculine singular and feminine singular because it ends in E. But then if you run down to the bottom ones, the last four, you're going to see that's where the differences come in. Okay? So let's stay up here at the top with inteligente. If I'm looking at my plural forms, inteligentes is our masculine plural and feminine plural. Both of them mean intelligent plural. So there's no difference if your adjective ends in an E or a consonant, like any letter other than O or A, anything that's not a vowel, it's not going to have masculine and feminine forms. It will just be singular and plural. Because you don't ever say inteligento or inteligenta. It's just inteligente, okay? Same thing with leal, which is loyal. We have leal is masculine singular and feminine singular, and leales is masculine plural and feminine plural. Then for fuerte, strong. Strong, fuerte is masculine singular and feminine singular, and fuertes is masculine plural and feminine plural, okay? Is that all right? So then the last four, talentoso, gracioso, honesto, and callado, are going to have masculine and feminine forms because they end in O, so then they have to change to an A, okay? So talentoso means talented, masculine singular. Talentosa is the feminine singular. Talentosos would be masculine plural, so if you're talking about a whole bunch of guys who are all talented, talentosos. Also, you would use the masculine plural form if it's a mixed group of men and women. Talentosas, feminine plural. Gracioso means funny. Gracioso, graciosa, graciosos, graciosas. Honesto is honest. So we have honesto, honesta, honestos, and honestas. Callado means quiet. So we have callado, callada, callados, and calladas. Questions on that? All right, so then the last thing I just want to go through is our new vocabulary for this week, which will include those adjectives that are going to have different masculine and feminine forms sometimes. So the first word here, soy, is where you're going to be able to describe yourself, all right? So soy means I am, and you can use that and then any adjective. So I am talented, I would say soy talentosa, because I'm going to use the feminine singular form when I'm talking about myself, because I'm one person and I'm feminine. So soy talentosa. I could say soy graciosa, soy estudiosa, soy trabajadora, okay? Eres is you are. So if you're talking to someone else, oh, eres talentoso, eres gracioso, eres estudioso, eres trabajador, okay? If you want to ask someone what they're like, hey, ¿cómo eres? That's asking, like, how would you describe yourself? Oh, then the answer to that would be soy talentoso, or soy inteligente, okay? So repeat after me. Soy.
Soy.
Eres.
Eres.
¿Cómo eres?
¿Cómo eres?
Eres
Good. Inteligente.
inteligente,
Talentoso.
talentoso,
Talentosa.
talentosa,
Gracioso.
gracioso,
Graciosa.
graciosa,
Estudioso.
Estudiosa. So,
Estudiosa.
Estudiosa.
Trabajador.
Trabajador.
Trabajadora.
Trabajadora.
Good. Here's some more. Reservado.
Reservado.
Extravertido.
Extravertido.
Good. Extravertido.
Extravertido.
Good. Cariñoso.
Cariñoso.
Hablador.
Hablador.
Habladora.
Hablador.
Callado.
Callado.
Amable.
Amable.
Confiable.
Confiable.
Considerado.
Considerado.
Good. So I have the -a anywhere where there's a feminine form of that word. So you just change the O to an A to get the feminine singular form. You can add a S to any of these to make it plural. And then the ones that end in E, like amable and confiable, I didn't put the A there because there's not a masculine or feminine form. It's just gender neutral. Okay? But you can still add the S to make it plural. Next page. Atrevido.
Atrevido.
Leal.
Leal.
Honesto.
Honesto.
Atlético.
Atlético.
Fuerte.
Fuerte.
Compasivo.
Compasivo.
Valiente.
Valiente.
Energético.
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 Good, good. Dulce.
Dulce.
Generoso.
Generoso.
Paciente.
Paciente.
Impaciente.
Impaciente.
Simpático.
Simpático.
Bonito.
Bonito.
Guapo.
Guapo.
Bajo. Alto.
Alto.
Good. So any of these can be used.
Alto.
These are words that would describe people. Okay. So here's some examples on how you could use them. The question, ¿Cómo eres? What are you like? Then you can just say, soy gracioso, soy leal, soy callado, soy trabajador. Or you can ask specific questions. ¿Eres gracioso? Are you funny? Sí, soy gracioso. Yes, I'm funny. Or no, no soy gracioso. I am not funny. Okay? ¿Eres alto? Are you tall? Sí, soy alto. I'm tall. Or no, no soy alto. I am not tall. ¿Eres leal? Are you loyal? ¿Eres estudioso? Are you studious? ¿Eres fuerte? Are you strong? ¿Eres callado? Are you quiet? ¿Eres hablador? Are you talkative? ¿Eres trabajador? So you can use the word eres to ask, are you blank? Or you can use the word eres to give people compliments. Like, you are so studious, you are intelligent, you are smart. So that would be these phrases. Eres muy gracioso, you are very funny. Eres muy honesto, you're so honest. Eres muy leal, you're very loyal. Eres muy estudioso, you're very studious. Eres muy fuerte, you're very strong. Eres muy amable, you're very friendly. Eres muy compasivo, you're very compassionate. Eres muy trabajador, you're very hardworking. So that could be just a way to compliment people using some of these particular adjectives. Okay? So that is all that I want to say about adjectives. These words that we went through are all of the words in the vocabulary list for this week. So if you want to take a big bite and try to memorize all of them, you can do that. Or choose like 10. Choose the 10 that would be most relevant for you in your communication with other people. So if it's very important to you that you find out if people are friendly, then make sure you learn the word amable. But if you don't really talk very much about bravery, maybe you can skip valiente, okay? So like use the ones that you think you would make the most use of in conversation, all right? I tried to choose a variety. So if you want to go for all of them, then go crazy. But if you really don't think you're going to use the word strong, then skip it and use your time in different ways. Okay? So that is that. Do we have any questions about adjectives? All right. Well then, if we could engage in a very brief musical activity, that'd be fun because my mom's birthday is tomorrow and we could sing her a song. So, we started a couple weeks ago. So as a quick review, happy birthday to you is feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. And we can sing it in the same, I'll put it in the message here so that you guys can read it if that helps. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. And the birthday song in Spanish, you just literally repeat that 4 times to the same tune as the birthday song in English. Okay?
Hannah?
Yes.
Me, I have a couple other people that would like to help me sing happy birthday. So I'm going to bring them into the Zoom call.
Oh, yeah.
Okay with everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Pearl is here.
Whoa! Hi, family. All right, here we go. Ready?
This is Paul, and this is Pearl.
Hola.
And,
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿cómo estás?
and Sunday is Pearl's birthday.
Monday.
No,
Monday.
5th?
This is gonna
Oh,
come.
I thought it
Monday.
was Monday, Bobby.
Monday.
Monday?
That's okay. You're getting old too.
Whoa!
Oh, you bat him, you throw him up, she'll hit him.
Sisters.
Here we go.
Sisters.
Start, but don't leave me hanging, please. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Cumpleaños. Feliz cumpleaños. Feliz cumpleaños. All right, cool. Good job.
Gracias. Gracias.
There's one more lesson. Next week, you guys will graduate.
Oh boy.
So I will see you guys next week. Have a
Next
good week.
Okay.
I'm on my way.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Thank you all.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Yeah. Buenas noches.
Hannah, we're breaking up. You want to come up here?
How about you come down here?
Okay, let's do that. We will log off of this one because
Yeah, good idea.
our internet has been unstable.
Have we?
Do we need to stop the recording too?
Yes, I'm doing that.
Okay, perfect.
She's multitasking.